Hi there, it's Tania from Tatty Treasures. Hello and welcome back, and hello to any new subscribers. Welcome aboard. I'm Tania. All the links that you all need are down in the description. If there's anything that you do want to know, just drop me a comment down below. And that's about it. So today we are revisiting making some ephemera for Edith Holden. The last time we made some tags, and this time we're going to make some journal cards. So I've chosen, well, first let me say I'm using the text pages out of the Nature Notes book, which is a different writing to the pages in the Country Diary book. You could do this with any book pages, or you could do it with background papers, digitals, scrapbooking paper, whatever you choose. So first I'm thinking, you know, I've chosen the ones that have got some separate parts, so I can use the whole thing. So I've just got my little trimmer here. So I'm going to cut off what we definitely don't want first, and then see kind of what we're left with. So let me cut that side down, because that's I must have ripped that out of the book. So that's that. I think is it about the same each side? I'm just going to take a little bit off this side just to centre it. Then I'm going to go down here. So first I'm going to do that, and then I shall look at them and see how I want to cut them down. So again, we'll go down here, straighten it up down the bottom, and just centre it up a bit on this side, and then we'll go that way. So that's 4. So yeah, they're going to be pretty similar sized journal cards. They're obviously going to be more landscape, which is fine, because you need tags and journal cards in all different sizes, and so they all come in handy. Cut that down like so. Last one. So that's not bad. Out of 4 pages, we've got 8 journal cards. And we'll go in half here. So I'm just going to start bringing them in a little bit more, like so. Now I've just cut that one, I'm thinking if I do want to sew them round, I'm really going to have to think about keeping a border that I've got enough to sew round. So I don't know if you can see this little mark here. Well, it's more like a divot. I'm just going to measure that up against the words and just cut against that. So I think that's going to leave me enough room, excuse me, to sew round if I decide to. I've not decided if I am or if I'm not, but yeah, I've done that before, and then, you know, wanted to sew round, and then I've obviously sewed over the writing. You're not going to see all the writing, because obviously I'm going to collage over it and stick some pictures over it and things like that. I only wanted a bit off. So that's that one. So that's made it that I haven't actually got to think how big do I want these journal cards, because I'm literally just going with, you know, the text on the page, which will give me all different sizes. And then if they don't fit in pockets that I've already got made up, then obviously when I'm doing a project, I can make a pocket especially for it. That's that. Next I am going to use the glue stick and glue them on some 200 GSM manila card. I'm going to use the brayer to just roll over it, just to get it to connect to the paper. And then I will go around any edges that I've not caught with my art glitter glue. So let's start sticking. So I've not really thought too much about how I'm going to decorate these. The tags that I did was mainly just sticking an Edith Holden fussy cut over the top, and I do really like that because it's just simple, and then you can, you know, just enjoy the picture for what it is, and you can still see the writing and the nice creaminess of the page. So I don't know if I'm leaning more towards doing that, or if I want to, you know, collage over part of it. Now these have turned out quite small, so maybe with these ones I don't want to collage on them. Maybe I need to make some bigger ones and do some collage on those. I think that would probably be better. But yeah, I do think it would be a shame to totally cover these up. So that's probably all I'm going to get on here. So with that being said, I've just cut another 2 out a little bit bigger, so then we can do a bit of collage on these 2 bigger ones. So I'm just going to reach over and get the brayer, give them a rub over, and then once I've cut them out, things like I can see there that it's not stuck down, I can just get the tip of my glue in, and the glue stick does stick a lot of it. I think you just need that bit extra, and it does save on a bit of glue. So I'm gonna use the bigger scissors and cut all around, hopefully straightish. So I've tried to stick them quite up against the corners, so I'm not having to cut loads out. I can clearly see that I've not gone very straight on that one, so I might have to get the trimmer out and trim them up. Oh. I wonder if, see, I think because when you've stuck them in all different directions, I think doing it on the trimmer then is a little bit hard to do, but I think now I've made a start, I can perhaps do them. Sometimes I feel that this one's too small and the other's too big. But yeah, I really don't want another trimmer. But yeah, I think I want both extremes. So that's that one. Let's do this one. So I'm hoping that I've got some smaller things already cut out. I know I am getting quite low now, which is great because obviously I keep making things to be able to use up all those things that I'd cut for the 3 and 15. So kind of at the moment I'm trying to use all those up, you know, before I start cutting into new books and things like that. I might as well use all the old ones. So that's fine there. I think the top needs trimming a little bit. And that, so that's that one. Make sure we've got them all. This big piece I will save. The little bits I'm not saving because obviously I'm using the manila card all the time. I would end up with that many bits, and if they're not going to be big enough for a tag or a journal card, yeah, there's not a lot else I'm going to be doing with that. So I'll put that on the save pile. Let's go this way. Like so. So once I've cut them all out, like I say, I'll go around them all and check that they are all properly stuck down, and then I will round all the corners. I might leave the bigger two squared, but the smaller ones I'm gonna round off because I do like. I think it just gives them a cute look. So I'll just do a little strip at the bottom. That's that. So I've just got the big ones to do. So I think after this one, I said either notebooks or clusters, didn't I? I'll probably make clusters because I still need to stain some paper, and still haven't ordered any of that paper from Amazon. I went to go on there the last time I mentioned it, and I think I did flip Amazon up, and then ended up not ordering any for some strange reason. I don't even think I got as far as looking, you know, even searching for the paper. So yeah, I'm not sure what went off there. So get all these rounded off. Ooh. Maybe that's not squared up properly. Let's trim Just a little bit. That's better. Yeah, if it's not exactly square, it doesn't like it. I'm going to the tan. Yeah, I'm going to do it with the tan. So that's that one. I do prefer the tan, but I did think with these not being you know, enormous, maybe the tan would be too rounded, but I really like it. Okay, it gives it a nice look. I can remember before I had my first corner rounder, and I thought, like, I can't see why people want to round everything off anyway. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, and there isn't anything wrong with it. But I think once you've started doing it, you can really appreciate the roundness of it. I think I'm just going to have to trim that a little bit. That's it. So I'm looking forward to making some Edith Holden folios. I've not quite made my mind up how I'm doing them, because I'm obviously working on the Tim Holtz one at the moment, and that was sparked from an idea from Fiona at Miss Paint-A-Lot. I incorporated a part in the back that she'd done, and then the rest of the folder kind of just sprung to life from that. So yeah, I've got a few people's videos that I've watched, and I've thought, oh, I like, you know, such and such in that folder and things like that I want to try out. So I do need to, these all seem like they've stuck. Oh, I've got a bit there. Yeah, I need to go in my saved list and see what spurs me on. Let's check these ones. So I'll just get that in there. Then I am going to ink around them. Just stop that bit. Yeah, there wasn't a lot on it at all. Watch me start inking it now, and it'll be like, oh yeah, that piece is coming up and that piece is coming up. Just getting the pin back on my glue. I'm going to go for the vintage photo after I've knocked everything down first. So let's pop that there. Get these big ones done first. I will pause in a minute because I'm sure it gets tiresome watching people ink. I don't mind watching people ink, but if it's for a long time, it does get a bit boring. So just give it some colour front and back, and really I'm only doing it just to, so you can't see that it's two pieces of paper really, and just to give it a little bit of aging around the edges, just so it doesn't look as new and shiny. Okay, so that's those all inked up. I'm going to lay a few out here because I'm thinking as I go through my fussy cuts. Instead of keep going through the tub time and time again, I can just place things on them as I find them. So I'm going to start by taking the big things out what I know won't fit on there. These need to go to the bottom. I keep obviously pulling them out every single time. So that is actually a journal card. It wants backing, so I think it'll go on one of those scraps that I've just done. And same with that. So I'll back that. So that would be nice on one. Got some butterflies. Too big. We haven't really got a long one, have we? So that's too big. That will be too big. Too small. Too thin. I'm sure we've done this before. Yeah. I think I used that on one of the others. Sorry about Colin. He's been asleep all day. That's the first time I've heard him. Maybe that'll be okay on one. I think then we're getting a little bit too big. Oh, that could be nice on one. Yeah. Got some lovely primroses. Don't want to cover who it's from. No, just a little bit too big. We've got a lovely birdie here. I think he's going to be too big, but could cut some of the branch off. I do like that. Little flower, but yeah, that's another type of journal card that's done. That was one that decoupaged. Yeah, there's not actually a lot in here. I need to do some taller things, and I think I'll use those when I actually do the altered file folders. It's a bit dull, that, isn't it? Maybe we might just have an odd butterfly on some of them. It's like, oh, Edith, I'm saving the picture of Edith for something. Don't know yet what yet. Well, I want to put it in an oval frame thing. That's too tall. Oh, that's a nest. That's quite a long one, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. I think that needs to be on something a little bit taller, to be honest. Right, now then, these are like squares. That one's going in my botanical one. Right, so on these might just have little bits. So I don't think I want another one with just a butterfly on. That's part of a nettle. Definitely don't want squares. I think I'm just pulling out the same thing. I think I've pulled that out 3 times now. Let's move it over there. Too tall. Maybe I could have one with just a flower on. Got some with some yellow flowers. gone right off that. It's done nothing wrong to me, but yeah, I just went off it. Yeah, I think you've either got to go right over the top or not bother, because I think then as soon as you just block a little bit out, it's like, then I want to then read that and then I can't, because that's there. Things like this, I'm not even attempting to read, but I like the look that I can still see the text. So I think it's, you've either got to cover the whole thing or don't bother. So I think with the things that I've got left, can't really cover them. Is that bigger? No, that's bigger than that. Is that bigger? That's probably bigger. Okay, so I'm quite happy with those 4, so I'm just going to put those to one side for a minute. Now we've got these tall 2, so as I'm putting the things back, we can start and have a look. I quite like that. So I've got some words. Don't want words on words. No, that's not right. Ooh, I was going to say that's too thin, but I do quite like that. So like I say, I don't want the Edith Holden. I said that was too dull. That's another nice one. Well, they're all nice, aren't they? That's another possibility. Oh, the Natto's always a possibility. Really do like the Natto. No. That's just the top of an Natto case. I needed it for something. I'm now thinking, I wonder if I could cut part of this off, like the top leaf, to go on one of those. So that's that one done. That's too big. Let's have a re-look at this. So no, it's just too big, isn't it? And I don't think to cut something off that would be a bit difficult. Some daffodils. No, too wishy-washy. I've got another bird on here. I'm just thinking, could we cut any off? But I think it'd be a shame to lose that. Now we could take some off the violets. So yeah, I think they're about all the same width. So I'm going to put that with that. The big poppers. Can I take anything off that? Yeah, I could, but I just think it'd just look like a nothingness. I don't think you'd really get what it was. So let's have a look at this. Got to take the robin off. Yeah, I could, but then I think we're still left with you're not covering enough text. So that's far too big. That's too tall. So I'm going to put those to one side, and I'll find something for those another time. Let's just go back in with the, can we just put a butterfly on? So I do really like it, but yeah, I just feel like you're going to want to read it. So yeah, I'm going to put those to one side. Let's make decisions about these. Really love the Natto. don't really want to cut the stalk off because otherwise it's starting to, yeah, possible. Don't think it's quite right. Love that. But see, I was thinking of doing some collage, so I do think we perhaps want something smaller, so we can then collage around it. So I'm going to go for those two. So we've made decisions about those. So now it's just taking each one of these and seeing where's best to cut it. So I'm going to leave the Wordsworth, and I'm going to do that with a tear ruler just so it's not a, you know, straight cut. And just ink down that side, and that can go there. If there's anything hanging off, I can then trim it. Don't have to go a little bit higher and then probably trim round, but then it looks quite bare down there. But I do want to keep the Wordsworth, so I'm going to go there. And then can always add butterflies on top after. I think just to put the random one butterfly, I probably needed to do them just a touch bigger, that they was able to, you know, to sit in a blank space without covering any of the text. Let's just move that up a little bit. So that's that. Let me just get my scissors on. There's nothing really to cut off. Just give it another bit of ink. So that's that one. So for this one, I'm going to go in just a little bit more here. Like so. And I'm going to take this right from where it came out, like that. And that just fits there. They're nice. So that's that one. So yeah, I can say that all those are used up, because the bigger things do need to go on like full pages, and the little things are really little. I could make another couple of tallish journal cards for the last few tall things, but yeah, apart from that, I would say that that's over and done with. So that's good. We'll put that back in. So it's nice to get those used up, because I did sit hours cutting them out. Don't think anything wants cutting off this one. I think I'll just cut that bit off after I've stuck it down. So yeah, really simple journal cards. So I do think they look pretty enough, and you've got to think, if they're in a journal, what is Edith Holden or an altered file folder or whatever, you don't want it totally over the top, because it can get too much to look at. So that's that one. Not sure if I'm going to put tabs on them or what, but I'm going to leave them as they are for now. I just paused it for a minute there, Ryan had just come home from work. So I've just done that one, really like that one. And that one, I've got this one, that fits fine. Just put a bit of ink over the top. I think this was out one of the birthday books or something like that. So that's that. Then I am going to pause for a minute. I'm just going to go and make myself a drink, and I do need to get some papers out for collaging because I've still not sorted out an Edith Holden collage folder, because my collage folder is all full of more botanicals, even though this is botanicals, but I think of this more as, you know, floral botanical rather than botanical, if that makes any sense. So that's those. Like I say, they are really plain and simple, but I think in the right thing they will look super duper. So that's those. Like I say, I'm going to pause. I'm going to go make a cup of coffee, have a little stretch round, and I shall be back in a short tick. Just took a couple of labels on a couple of them just to give them a little bit more interest, but I'm not going to put one on everyone, so I think that's fine how it is. So let's get on with the bigger ones. Okay, I'm back. I've just got a few simple papers. Got some backing paper. I think that's from Digital Curio. Got a couple of bits of music paper. Got a scrap of decorating paper. Doilies. Piano paper. A bigger piece of decorating paper. And some brown paper. So hopefully that will be enough. I still haven't sorted out any collaging things for Edith Holden. So I'm thinking that I don't mind losing that first part. So let's concentrate on this one first. So I think I'm going to go in first with this one. I'm not keen, I am keen, but not for Edith Holden. So I'm going to start by ripping this edge off. And then I think I'm going to follow this line round. Quite like that, and I think that would probably be about right for as first piece. I'm just going to make a little mark in the paper with my bit of nail. I don't know if you could call my nails. So yeah, let's get the vintage photo and give that a rub around the edges, just so you can't see any white bits where I've torn it. You might not end up seeing any of the edges because I don't know what piece of paper I'm going to lay down next, but I shall place this on first. I'll put this on top and then we'll see where see where we want to go from from there. So straight away I feel like that's too dark for the background. So let's see what it then looks like with some the decorating paper behind it. Oh, I'll cut my belly. Let's do it that way. That's far too thick. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. So let's rip down some of this music paper. Gonna rip down that, take the white off. Oops. Take that off. So let's place that behind there now and see what it looks like with some music paper on. Let's bring our floral back in. So I feel as if this needs to go down like so. So I don't think we want to hide quite so much. So that's getting better. Okay, it's toned that down. And then maybe have some of this like to the side. So I'm definitely having that down. So let's get that down. Let's just cut that bit off. Okay, let's ink around this music paper. Oh, at last he's managed to get on the bed. Gosh, I don't know if you could hear him padding about, but wow. Must have walked around the bed about 12 times. It's actually just started snowing here. I've just been downstairs to make a cup of tea and it's snowing. So I definitely don't want to go out any further than that. So I either want to put this green in here. I think that piece there's a bit pointless. Let's just take that there. Yeah, I like that better. I'm actually liking that line. So I'm going to put that down. It's funny how collage comes together. I don't know what clicks in your brain to make you think that, yeah, that's lovely, but it does. Sometimes you think something's really not going to work, and then all of a sudden it clicks into place. Let's just put that down. So I'm quite liking that now. That's bizarre. Let's put my glasses on. I might not like it then. Yeah, I'm liking that. So I don't know if to just have some of that going down. I don't really think it needs it, but it seems a little bit too simple. Do I want anything like, you know, just come in? No, see, I think that looks weird. I think you've either got to totally come over or not at all. I suppose if you really went round it and you just had the strip, but then I don't want to cover that. But I think if you did go from top to bottom, just seeing that writing going down, that wouldn't be weird. So come on, back to it. Am I doing anything with this? I am just wondering about just having something just going across. I'm just gonna, oops, sorry if I did knock the camera then. I don't know if I'm just gonna tear the whole lot doing that like this. So I don't even know what corner I ripped that for now. I think it was probably there. No, it couldn't have been there, could it? Oh, might have to rewind and have a look. I don't think it adds a lot, but I don't think it takes anything away. So I'm just gonna add it on, and then I'll just cut round it to about there. I can put my nib of glue on that edge when I've cut it down. Okay, so I'm possibly gonna need something else somewhere. So let's just get some glue in that and in that. Ink around that. This decorator's paper really does ink very nice. So that's that. I'm going to place that there. I feel like it perhaps needs something just there. And does it just need a bit of doily? I'm just going to cut some of that off. Just give it a straight edge. Like so. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So just try and, you don't need an awful lot of glue on this, but obviously you want to be catching the corners. it in the camera. I think it's because I've got it quite low. So that's that. Got some glue on this. I'm looking forward to doing a bit more of my autumn book. I've not done any for a good week. As I wanted to get all the other new things like started off kind of things, so I did put it to one side, but yeah, I'm getting ready to do some more. Just sliding it over. Just gonna get me brayer out actually, because I think sometimes when you go like that you can catch little bits. Yeah, I like that. So I don't know if it does need a label on it or not. I did find a couple of green ones earlier. I don't know. I think I just dumped them back in. Oh. So I've got, I think that's a little bit too big. I think I've only got a couple of green ones. For now I won't, but yeah, I could really do with some just a sheet of green labels. I'm going to have a re-look at the Tracy Fox ones that I've got, but I do think the one that's got green on is just a strip of green and then red and then blue, but I could do with a whole sheet of green. So that's that one. I'm kind of feeling now that I do want to round the edges. Then I'll just have to just re-ink around them like so. So that's that one. Have a look at the second one. So this one's quite a thin one, and we could either do it on that side but do it higher, or again maybe we could do it more middle. Yeah, we'll go for more middle. So thinking, do I want it higher up the top, or do I want to see if you have it down there, it's a bit bare. Then I think it looks a bit odd up there. I think I'll get it right there. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with some of this green decorators paper. This bit of music paper left over, so obviously I'm trying to keep that out of the way of the writing. Yeah, I think I would have it in a bit so you can see that there is writing underneath. So let me just rip the bottom down just to give it a ripped edge. It's a bit of ink around. So I think I want to go around and there. Let's just try and get the edges. Don't know if to use some backing paper or just use some brown paper. So I'm quite liking that as it is, but I said that about the other one, didn't I? And then, oh, it's going to be off that bed again in a minute. So a bit of a naff one. I don't want a lot, but just bring it in a little bit more. Yeah, I like that better. I don't want it as pointy at the bottom. Now I've gone straight. That'll be fine. Oh, what is it with pointy ripping? So that wants to be about there. Like that one. Okay, that. Get this one inked, glued. I'm going to have that start at the bottom. Yeah. Once I did prefer it down at the bottom. It just looked weird down at the bottom because there was nothing at the top. But now I've brought the collage out more at the top. That means I can go down lower with the flower. And it then kind of balances it all out. coming up. There's one there. So again, I am gonna round them off. It's weird, I really didn't want them rounded off, but I suppose sometimes it's best not to round them off and see. You can't undo it if you've already done it. And that, yeah, I like them. They're still really, really simple, but it's nice to have a bit of collage. So what did we end up making? 6 of these because I couldn't get any images for the other ones. So I've done 8 journal cards in just over an hour. So that's not too bad. Right, I'm going to think of some notebook ideas, and I do think I'll do the clusters next. I'm going to go and order that paper from Amazon. Right, I shall see you very shortly. Thanks for joining. Bye.